Welcome on in to the 411 podcast. If you are out there, I want to say thank you so much for joining in. Everyone out there who watches the replays, likes, comments, shares, thank you so much to Facebook. Thank you to the people out there who share my content. I appreciate you. That's one of the best ways that you can support is by liking, commenting, sharing. Definitely is a big thing for me, especially when you do that on YouTube as well. So check me out at Laren Gaines on YouTube. And for those of you who want to get small clips of the show, you can check me out on TikTok and Daily Motion as well. Everything at Laren Gaines. What's going on, Miss Bethany out there from California? Thank you so much for joining in. And again, go ahead and tag your friends, invite them in. Let them know what we got going on inside the 411 podcast. Tonight, we have special guests. She's been here several times before. She supports all the time, and I appreciate her. Miss Anjoli. She has a business called Anjoli Soul Sense. So we are going to speak to her, find out what she has going on in her world. I have a feeling that we're going to get some healing tonight from Miss Anjoli. So you definitely want to stick around for that. Now, it's his birthday today. One of my favorites. And as he continues to grow and mature, I like him a little bit more each and every year. Each and every business venture that he comes up with, he's great. Snoop Dogg. Happy birthday, Snoop Dogg. I will tell you that one of my favorite songs from him off of the Doggy Style album. I was a kid. I had no idea. My friend taught me about it all. Ain't No Fun. That's one of my favorite songs because of the beat and just the way it was, just crazy. But that's not the song of the day. Now, when it comes to the beat, the production behind it, I would say that this has to be my number 2 Snoop Dogg song. You just have to love R&B in order to like the song. Let's Get Blown off of his R&G Rhythm and Gangsta, the Masterpiece album. Y'all know that album for songs like Drop It Like It's Hot. And of course, that was hot. But for some reason, Let's Get Blown, of course, it's a sample, it's a remake. And I love Pharrell Williams too. Great combination. It just get me wanting to, I don't know, I love it. Let's Get Blown, Snoop Dogg featuring Pharrell off of his R&G Rhythm and Gangsta, the Masterpiece album, released in 2004. Happy birthday, Snoop Dogg. For those of you out there, let me know what is your favorite Snoop Dogg song. Of course, the whole Doggy Style album, I would say, is just out of control. That's what we know him for. Every single joint off of that. I grew up on it, so. But I want to know, what is your favorite Snoop Dogg song? Now, I want to say thank you so much to Hattie. Hattie came on the other night. She has a business called Creative Purpose Productions, and she was amazing. That show was just amazing. Please go ahead and support and watch that replay. Go ahead and follow her on her social media platforms. She's been through something, and she decided to take the things that she's been through in the past and turn it around to be able to help other people. And by helping other people, she's helping herself too. So shout out to Hattie. Keep doing your thing. Please go ahead and support Creative Purpose Productions. I want to say what's going on, Brooklyn, New York. My friend, my brother, Mr. Nate Perry. Y'all please go ahead and check him out. Thank you for coming through and supporting. Now this Sunday, I need y'all to check me out. Check out my friend Lakeisha. She has a business called Simply Unique LLC. We are going to be on Scentful Sundays. So I'm going to be on her platform on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. So check me out on Instagram and you'll be able to tune in. And I want to say thank you so much. She blessed us with so many candles and it's just amazing. So we're going to talk about that on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also want to say thank you to Sunshine Monet L. She was on a few nights ago. Go ahead and check out that replay as well. Ro Wang from South Korea, thank you for supporting. Mr. Jason T. Davis, all the way from California, thank you for showing the 4-on-1 some love time and time and time again. Joanna Smith, please go and check her out. Go ahead and check her out on Instagram. We have Mr. Farrell Higginbotham all the way from my hometown of Trenton, New Jersey. We have Tone, Miss Desiree Covington from the Carolinas, and also All Set Wellness Shop. And again, I want to say thank you so much to everybody out there on Facebook. I really do have to give credit where credit is due, and y'all definitely do support, and I appreciate that. Thank you for the people who share my content. Again, I can't say enough. Let's go ahead and rewind this thing and get into our conversation. So, how has being nice versus being nasty to someone, how's it worked in your favor? And I want you to think about that. We're going to spend a little time on this. So, how has being nice versus being nasty to someone, how has that worked in your favor? Now, I've shared my story with you. For those of you who've been watching me, listening to me for a long time, you understand and you know that back in the day, I probably was not the nicest person. I treated people in such a way that probably was not warranted. Let's just say I wasn't the nicest person to get along with. It took a while to chip away at several layers before I opened up and let you know who I was. And then even then, you didn't get the nice side of me. With that, there came a lot of drama. There came a lot of stress. I had to be very forceful on my end. And it was always a fight, put it that way. It was always a fight to see who was going to win in whatever type of attitude. You give me an attitude, I got one right back for you 10 times. And I had to put so much energy into how I was going to, come across, facial expressions, how I was going to come across as far as the way I was walking into a room. It just took a lot of energy out of me to be nasty versus today I wake up, I look in the mirror, I smile at myself, and I say, damn, today is going to be a great day. And no matter whatever type of drama, whatever type of nastiness, whatever type of ill situation come across me, I'm not going to let it defeat me, and I'm not going to let it get the best of me. And better yet, I know what they say about treating people the way you want to be treated. So I started to turn things around a little bit and do things a little bit different because I realized that being nasty, having an attitude, being angry causes discord, disease. It's the 3 Ds, and I'm drawing a blank, but they're going to come back. I know discord is definitely one of them, and I know disease is another one. Oh, there we go. Decay. That's death. There you go, the 3 Ds. So when you have all of that nastiness pent up in you and you take all of that time and energy and focusing on being nasty and focusing on being mean and frowning your face up, they say that it takes more energy to put on a frown than it does to produce a smile. And it's so true because, like I said, the 3 Ds, which I should never forget. And you don't even have to use the word discord. You can use discomfort because that's just reality. Disease, which will do decay. In that order, discomfort starts internally. And then from that, because you're holding all of that stuff inside and you being angry and you being nasty, is going to lead to disease. And then after disease ends up becoming decay. And it is what it is. You're no longer here. So you let something else from the outside of you come in and destroy you and cause all kinds of discomfort, disease, and eventually leads to decay. Now, we're going to leave that right there because I want you to think about how being nice versus being nasty to someone has worked in your favor. Because I'll tell you today, My whole aura that I got going on here, it causes people to be nice to me, even people who don't like me. You once didn't like me, but now you love me. And I noticed that, damn, like I just continued to be myself and be nice and stay true to who I am. And it took no effort at all for some of the enemies to love me versus the way I was trying to do it before where I was fighting hard. And I'm going to try to make you, you know, like me. And I'm going to make myself and force myself in a situation that cause a whole bunch of nonsense versus just staying in your lane, being you, being respectful, being nice, not being disrespectful. Trust and believe you stay the course and you do it long enough and you know who your higher power is and you stay connected, it's going to all come back full circle. Trust and believe. And here's one thing that I'm not going to say I recently learned, but I'm tapping into it a little bit more. We all know about accepting people for who they are. And you already know when people show you who they are, believe them. But here's another thing. I sat there and I said, well, why are these people doing this? Why are you this way? What makes you be evil? What makes you be nasty? What makes you, try to, push harm on people? What makes you produce hate? And I started to realize that it's not necessarily the person that's doing it. Take it a little bit deeper. It's the spirit behind the person. So some people might be sick. Some people might be unhealthy. Some people might be led by a spirit of evil, by the spirit of hate, by the spirit of lust, by the spirit of whatever. So even though that person might be doing something, you think that they might be doing something to you, it's not necessarily that person. But how about you think about it? It's the spirit that is driving that person, the spirit that is within that person. And maybe that person will be able to turn it around and get it together and release whatever demons, release whatever toxic energy that they have within themselves and turn around and become a better person. So, which I'm not going to tell you what to do, but what I've learned to do is I've learned how to just pray for people and pray for the situation that it is at hand. And hopefully, you'll be able to treat me a little bit differently because I'm going to stay consistent to who I am and treat you the way that I want to be treated. Now, I'm not sitting here saying lay down like a dog and let somebody run all over top of you. Because one thing that you can do is get up and take responsibility for your life and remove yourself away from the situation. But that does not mean that you have to go back and forth, barking back, biting back at people, kill them with kindness. Because at the end of the day, they're going to be the ones that sit around and say, damn, I really treated that person a certain way. I did this. Push it all back on them. Let it all be on them. Don't let anything be on you. Be able to walk away just as smooth and clean out of a situation and be just cool with it. Anyway, we are in. Welcome into the 4-1. Thank you for joining. We're going to reach out to Miss Anjoli. She has a business called Anjoli Soul Sense. Let's see what she has going on in her neck of the woods.
Hello.
Hello, hello, hello. What's going on?
How are you tonight?
I'm good. I'm feeling so much better. So much better.
That is very, very good to hear.
I had to go ahead and whip some things into shape.
I know what you mean. I'm telling you. The magic happened.
Yeah. So I have a question. Where are you calling?
Okay.
Where are you calling from? Where are you calling from tonight?
I am calling from Newark, New Jersey.
Okay, that's what's up. Newark is in the house, and Jersey's in the house. Now, I knew you were from Jersey. I just wanted to make sure I was right. And of course, anybody listening that doesn't know for the first time, I always ask my guests where they're calling from. So, thank you for the wonderful reminder, neighbor. How you doing?
How you doing?
Okay.
How you doing? But I'm actually originally from the Bronx, born and raised. I just live.
Shout out to New York. We love New York too. I, did I tell you that I secretly pretend that I'm from New York, even though I'm not? When I'm in when I'm
I
in,
mean, that,
go ahead.
no, I was gonna say New York has this bop to it, because definitely when I first moved to Jersey, I'm like, the lingo is different out here. How people move is really like a little different than how New York is moved. So I definitely could tell the difference when I first moved out here.
Yeah, I've always been fascinated by New York as a kid. So yeah, we love New York. Thank y'all so much. New York actually supports a hell of a lot than Jersey do. So there's a reason why we love New York.
Yeah, yeah. Jersey is a great place. I'm actually finding more spots in Jersey. So that's making it more great. Like nice hiking trails, mountains, rivers.
Oh,
I'm like, okay, Jersey got
oh
a
yeah,
lot going on.
yeah. You keep going north, further north than what you are. They got some great things. They also have some places up there that look like the hills have eyes too. And I'll tell you that.
Oh no.
Yeah, trust and believe. I was driving one time and I started to look at my cell phone and I started to see that the bars started to disappear and I'm in the
Oh
middle of
no.
nowhere and it ain't nothing but these when I say hills, yes, deep hills and I'm sure those hills had eyes over there. And I'm like, let me get the out of here for
Oh
real.
yeah.
Let me get out of here. Cause
Yes,
if
you
something
will not
happened,
catch me on that trail, that path.
I,
But
you
yeah,
know,
definitely.
I think it's, let me make sure I got this right. I think it's Hackensack, New Jersey. Something with an H, either Hackensack or Hackettstown, one of them, whatever it is.
Mm.
They got the hack in it, so I'm sure that they ready to hack off something. So I'm
I'm
like,
done with you.
I'm not messing with that area up there. I got out there so quick, and every time I had to go back for work, I dreaded it so bad.
Listen, you gotta go where you comfortable. That's sign number one. Hello.
When I'm scared, sign that there's a problem is when I'm scared during the daytime. That's a cornfields and weird shit like that. I don't like. Nah, I'm out of there. Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true.
So we are in October, damn near halfway through it. Do you like Halloween? Do you participate in any type of festivities?
um, well, I literally just got into the spirit of Halloween probably like 3 years ago with like dressing up and everything. But it kind of really started when I took a trip down to New Orleans for the Voodoo Festival and the Halloween parade.
Wait. Excuse me.
That's when
Wait. I want to make sure that I heard this. Can you slow it down for me, please?
when I went to New Orleans
Yeah.
about 3 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and my homegirl at the time, we had went to the Voodoo Festival and the Halloween parade. So everyone
Okay.
knows New Orleans has a lot of spiritual activity
Mm-hmm.
and very up to date spiritual activity. Like this is you can go there and feel the vibe for yourself. You can outside a certain time of night you will see something, whether you're a believer or not. And that's why I love New Orleans so much. That was my personal experience. I had a great time and I recommend everybody to go to New Orleans and just experience the culture, the food, the energy, the vibe and everything. But so I recently got into Halloween 3 years ago when I went to New Orleans, and besides the satanic part of it, I like the part that it brings people together and people that are oblivious to the origin of Halloween. It is a good time to dress up as your favorite person or whatever and be silly or whatever the case may be. I had a great time because that summer I had went as Janet Jackson as Poetic Justice. So I had the
That's so
jumper,
dope.
I had the hat, the braids, the leather jacket. So everybody instantly got my character, which was awesome. I didn't have to say much, which was great. And all up and down the French Quarter and up and down. I was literally in front of the jazz band, like I was with them. Like all my videos is me like right next to them jamming.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So that was like really good. Like now I don't respect what the origin and what Vedas do during the energy of October. It's a lot of sacrificing, child sex trafficking, child murder.
I
It's a
heard
lot of
about that. Yeah, yeah, it's
yeah. So
craziness.
I don't condone that
Mm-hmm,
aspect of
mm-hmm.
it at all. Like I don't indulge it or anything, and it's kind of unfortunate because you're painted one illusion of it, not knowing the origin. Like
I
we tell
know
our kids, it's okay to dress up
that's
like
terrible.
this and go out and get candy from people, but it's actually not okay. Like your kids should not really be outside getting candy, and
Mm-hmm,
especially you don't know where this come from. This is the
mm-hmm,
night where witches, warlocks, fairies,
mm-hmm.
jinns, they do things
Yeah, to the
to
candy,
candy
to the
and just
candy that you're
other
feeding to the
elements
children.
trying
Yeah, yeah,
right, just trying to attack the purest energy on this planet, which are children.
yep.
So it's a two-sided coin, like
I
but it's about
recently,
perspective.
yeah, I recently heard about all of these things, and I wish that I had known about it a long time ago because I probably wouldn't have participated in a lot of things or have had my children participate in things either. But yeah, the things that you learn once you get older and you start to open up your eyes and read things, and yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah,
A lot of
absolutely.
people are being deceived
Like,
out here by certain things.
oh, absolutely. Easter, Christmas,
You,
Halloween, everything is a man. People don't like me. Like, definitely, my nephew knew the truth when he was 4.
you,
Like,
I'm. You know what I'm
to the
upset
point where he
about?
was going to school and crushing kids' dreams. Like they're calling my sister, like he's saying that Christmas is this type of.
Listen,
It's how you give it to kids, but they're gonna regurgitate it however they want. So
I haven't even done my research, so this is not for me because I have never read the Bible from front to back. I never have. But somebody
neither have I.
somebody told me that nowhere in the Bible, not one place. So if you want to check this out, figure it out, debunk it, whatever you want to call it, nowhere in the Bible does it say that Jesus' birthday was on the 25th of December.
No, that's absolutely true. I was actually on a live podcast with a higher elder, and he was going into information about that. Like, people need to really understand the programming, like the deep rooted program of everything. Everything you celebrate and everything you give your energy to in this society is to your oppressor. You don't celebrate nothing that belongs to us. People just started getting into Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm,
You
mm-hmm.
know, people just started really wanting to learn what Kwanzaa is. We don't really know how to celebrate us as a nation. So when you lack knowledge itself, what do? You praise the opposer. You know what I mean? You give thanks to religion and beliefs that keep you down. Like I don't celebrate Thanksgiving. So many they don't even say that. Like if you want to see me that day, you don't say it. You say it's Indigenous Mourning Day. And while we eat, we're not saying what we're grateful for. We're giving thanks for what we have, and we're giving our gratitude to those who came before us, especially who lost their lives based on nothing.
Yeah.
So I do a different type of ceremony during that time of Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't celebrate Christmas. Like, so people bet not. They know. Don't look for no Christmas gift, but you'll get a gift for Kwanzaa. You know what I'm saying? So that's how my family's been learning. Like, okay, she's really not doing this anymore.
Mm-hmm. You are so knowledgeable. I just want to say thank you for coming on and giving us this knowledge. I'm sure we're gonna get something tonight. But
Thank you. I appreciate that. For real.
I hate to rewind it. I do, because we've been past this. But now you said
hmm
earlier how we got on this topic, the Voodoo Festival. So,
Right.
um,
So
my mind is spinning.
basically,
It's
so
spinning.
basically, this festival, because it was so touristy,
Hmm.
of course, it was still things going on, but I didn't see them, if you know what I'm saying, like closed doors. But in the festival itself, it was just like, people dressing up as witches, like certain entities, like people dressing up as like Papa Legba, certain high priests and witches of the
And you,
spiritual community, especially the spiritual community of New Orleans. So it was basically giving thanks to the spirits that still walk about and give New Orleans its energy, its life form, because New Orleans is wired. And if you are a feeler, like I am, you could feel them walking through you, you feel them around you, you could literally, and then drinking alcohol just
oh
enhanced that.
yes,
So
of
I was
course it does.
literally my third eye was literally open to a certain extent, to the point where I had to like coach myself, like you're here for a good time, nothing more. Don't pay attention. You know what
Uh,
I'm saying? But it's a beautiful like vibe. Like
I don't know if
would I do it again? Yeah. Would I do it every year? No. That was like something I wanted to see what it was about, and I did.
Yeah, I don't think I do too well there. Mm-mm. No, thank you.
I mean, well, to each his own. I feel like before I started having my obsession with New Orleans,
Mm-hmm.
I used to always be like, well, you couldn't catch me in no cemetery. You couldn't catch. As soon as I flew into New Orleans, I went to that cemetery.
Mm-mm.
I,
Yep.
I don't know. I had to walk in that cemetery. I walked through almost the most, the ones in downtown New Orleans
Mm-hmm.
up to like Arabia. I walked through all of those cemeteries. And the energetic power, these beings is not dead. Like I don't think that at all. I think they're sleeping, and at night and at certain full moons and new moons, they are very active and present.
Okay.
And I
No.
was speaking to a local
Yeah.
about it. In the French Quarter, I forgot, it's one of the famous witches houses in the middle of the French Quarter, and the year that I went, they just put her house on Airbnb. I forgot the name of this woman, Madam something.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And
Mm-hmm.
somebody, well, a couple of white people, a couple of white people booked her house for overnight. And that was during, I do believe, the week of Voodoo Fest. And one of them went missing. Now, I don't know if they were found or whatever, but when I got there, I was talking to some locals, and they was like, yeah, like she's very active here. We see her, she walks through her terrace, like I'm like, so why would they rent it out? They like, because it's money. I'm like, oh, no, that's disrespectful. She's still fully active in there, especially if she put sigils in that house so that her spirit is locked in that house. You enter in that home without permission, that's like a death sentence, honestly. Like, even when I passed her property and I felt the energy,
Mm-mm.
I was respectful. I'm like, hi, how are you? I'm like, this home
Mm-mm.
is beautiful. I would love to come in one day if you allow it. And that was
Mm-mm.
it. And I kept walking.
You know how much uncertainty it is, and just trying to figure this thing out on a day-to-day basis. Um, no, thank you. I feel you. I feel you. But the type of person that I am, absolutely not. The
I
win,
feel like it's respect.
if the win,
Either way,
if the wind blow,
I feel like it's all.
I'm trying to tell you, like if the wind blow a certain way, and I'm walking down the street, and I hear some leaves rustling behind me, I'll be turning around like, "Excuse me, what is that? What we got going on?" So I couldn't even imagine doing any of the type of stuff that you did. Absolutely not. No, nope. But I respect it.
Nah,
Mm-mm.
it's good. It's good. I advocate for all people to at least go down there one time. I went down. The first time I went down there was for Halloween. I went there 2 more times that year. That's how much. And people remember me. Like when I flew in, I went to all my favorite spots. They're like, "Hey, I remember you." But I'm like, "Yeah, told you I'll be back." Like when I like a place, I like a place. But I'm like, it's been like 2 years since I've been there now, and I'm like, all right, I need to hit a couple of islands, and then I'll circle back.
Well, note this up. I guess I'll be going to New Orleans in July or something like that. Stay away from
That's a good time to go.
Stay away from October.
Make sure you get on the jazz cruise.
Okay.
I love it.
So, what do you? How many times have you been on? I think you've been on like 3. Is this the third?
This is my 3rd time.
I
3
thought so.
times at a time.
Yeah, saying. So, what do you have for us?
So, you guys, I have a little bit going on with me right now. I'm in the process of rebranding my website. So, I launched my first website a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I designed it myself, and I wasn't really too business savvy or tech savvy. So now I'm almost 2 years in, and I've grown my knowledge and skill set. So I'm rebranding, and I'm launching my website December 1st at 9 p.m. I got 2 new candles dropping, and I also have a chakra healing line dropping. So that will include like chakra oils to open up your third eye, your throat, your solar plex, your heart, your sacral, and your root. So some people have like little spray mist. This is pure oil with a dropper, and you drop it exactly on that specific chakra and you rub it in.
Gotcha. And are you going to tell them what the website is now, or do you want to wait until?
Well, I have my current website up now.
Oh, it's going to be a whole new one.
My original one. So yeah, it's going to be a whole new website. Yeah, I'm designing it on a whole different domain and person. So I'm using Wix. When I started using the website that I have now is through Big Cartel, which I advise any small business owner just starting and not trying to pay a huge amount on the website fee and still get your product out. That's great. But as you're growing and stuff, it's good to bump it up. So you can find me.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead. Mm-hmm.
So you can find me at www.enjoli, so that's ENJOLI, soulsense.com. It's the original way how you spell soul, SUSOUL, and sense. So, and then I'll just, post it later.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, let's see. So you got candles. What you do a lot of things.
Yeah.
What else you have?
I do a lot of things. So I'm pretty much a naturopathic healer. Not only I'm certified as a Reiki master, I'm also certified as a soul shift and alchemist, as well as a crystal healer. So I went to metaphysics school, and I got certified in different elements of light work healing. So basically, I can do anything from aura cleansing, chakra alignment. I can help you remove blockages from trauma. I can help with fertility. I can help with full body detoxes with nothing but herbal products. So I do a lot of things, and not only on top of that, I'm realizing that a lot of my clients come to me for spiritual counseling. So I'm about to put that on my services too, any spiritual counseling. So, yeah.
That's a lot. I see you do a lot of vending things and stuff like that.
Yeah, so
have any new coming up?
I'm always in pop-up shops. Yeah, I'm actually going to be in Hoboken this Saturday. So this is going to be the Hoboken Historical Museum walkway pop-up shop. So this is going to be from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. It's going to be 1301 Hudson Street. It's right by the water, which is like a beautiful little spot. And then there's the museum. So I'm going to be there Saturday, and then next Saturday I'll be at the Women's Business Expo, but not as a vendor. I'm going as an audience member, I guess, because I'm intended to give Fantasia a PR box of all my products and talk to her and stuff.
Yeah.
Hopefully she's not so busy, but I'm determined.
That's what's up. You'll be the second person that has come on the podcast that has interacted with Fantasia. So I hope that's good, and I hope that works well for you.
She's cool people. She's definitely cool people. I'm waiting for Tiana Taylor's mom to respond to me. So fingers crossed about that, because I love Tiana, and if she wants whatever, I'll give it to her.
Okay, good luck with all of that. That sounds good.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
I see Amori out there from New York as well. Yo, what's good, Laren? Keep doing your thing, bro. I appreciate you. Alrighty, so we're gonna get into some burning questions, but
give it to me. I've been waiting.
Before we do that, though, we didn't go over your other social media platforms that you're on. I know you just recently launched a YouTube channel as well. You want to tell us about the different areas we can find you?
Absolutely. So I'm very fluent on Instagram, so you can definitely follow me at Anjali Sosense LLC. It's one word together. I'm definitely going to tag this page in a post so you guys can click a link, or at least find my page and then hit my link tree. There I have all my media and website where you can find me, book, and everything like that. So I do have a YouTube channel. I don't have a handler name for it yet, so it's just a whole bunch of letters. So it'll be easier if you follow me on Instagram and click my link tree and visit everything: my podcast, my YouTube channel, my Facebook. Well, my Facebook is really just an imitation of everything on Instagram, so you don't really have to look at it if you don't want to. But yeah.
Okay. All right. So your podcast, tell them where they can find you at on your podcast.
So my podcast is streaming on Spotify and iTunes, Anchor, and I forgot the other one. But if you follow me on Instagram, click my link tree. It'll say podcast, Anjali's Point of View podcast. Click that, subscribe, give it a listen, give me your feedback. I'm always down to hear people's feedback or questions in regard to what I'm talking about. So yeah.
So you giving everybody a point of view on certain topics?
Well, yeah. I mean, basically, I don't have a structured podcast going on. It's kind of whatever's on my mind at that point in time. But I do have a podcast about astrology, sun signs. So a lot of people were asking me before I released that podcast, how to find their sun signs and how to understand personality traits within those sun signs. So I have a podcast on that. I have affirmations, and I also have a podcast about my spiritual journey and how I got on this road and how I started my company and just how things started changing. And I couldn't ignore what I was seeing anymore, pretty much.
Sun signs. See, I had no idea. I don't even know what that is. I have to check that out.
Well, your sun sign is your birth zodiac sign. So my birthday is July 5th, so my sun sign is Cancer. So my moon sign is Aquarius, and my rising sign is Scorpio. So basically, your sun sign is... I know your rising sign is how people perceive you, how people that don't know you judge you based off, what you show outside.
So I am a Sagittarius, but people tend to think that I'm a Capricorn.
Yeah, so your sun sign represents your ego and your motivation.
Mm-hmm.
And your rising sign is basically what I said, the personality. Yeah, it's just social personality, not your core personality, because we wear many different hats, but your social personality is basically your rising sign.
And what's the other one you said, moon?
The moon sign is what controls your emotions and your mood. So it's funny because I'm a Cancer to the T, but when I learned about my moon sign and my rising sign, it kind of made sense. So like I said, my sun sign is Cancer, my moon sign is Aquarius, and my rising sign is Scorpio.
Now, how does one figure out what their moon sign is?
You can actually go to, let me go find the app in my phone.
And then you got to plug in the time that you were born and all this.
Yeah.
I got you.
Pretty much.
Okay, all right.
But you can go to astrology.com and they have a tab on their website. Just go to astrology.com. You should say sun sign.
Gotcha. Alrighty, so we're gonna move into burning questions. This is a segment of the show where I flip it and I put my guests in the hot seat. But more recently, that has not been happening. I haven't been able to shock people because they just been down with everything. So I know in the beginning, when I first started, my questions were out of control, but we send to stabilize them a little bit. But the burning question that I have tonight is, how long does anger exist in your world?
That's a good question. So, being that I am a very happy, stable person, I can't let anger fester within me too long because it takes a physical appearance on me. So if I'm angry for too long, I start to look older instantly. I get dark circles around my eyes almost instantly. Wow. So anger doesn't look good on me as a person. So I try to let myself feel what I'm feeling, process it, and let it go. And the different ways of me letting it go depends on the situation. Sometimes I might scream, yell, cry. Sometimes I might just play my guitar. Sometimes I might just use my bow and arrow and just, shoot a couple arrows for a little while. But I'm releasing it in a positive way. And I'm also being creative. So to answer your question, I don't let anger fester in me longer than about 2 to 3 hours. And I feel like that's too long. But when I was younger, it could be days, weeks. And that's fatal if you know what kills you faster than a bullet, which is anger and blood.
I just talked about it. It's the 3 Ds: discomfort or discord, however you want to say it, which leads to disease. And then the final is decay. So...
And then who wants to live like that? Who wants to be like that? And like I told you, I'm a preschool teacher. I'm around pure energy, pure light. Why would I let them feel that? You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to be around that? And to be angry and to hold a grudge is so heavy. People don't even realize how much weight you put on yourself, how much strain you put on your organs, on your heart. How you make your blood start traveling in the wrong direction. People don't even notice. Anger really kills you. You could get so angry, so consumed with anger and hate. You could start making your blood travel in the wrong direction, give your own self a blood clot. Now you're dead.
Well, they say that when you get angry, your blood becomes very toxic and it just does something internally. I'm so thankful that I'm here today. Like, once I started to learn and hear all of these things and to look back on my life to the way that I used to act, that's quick enough. I heard it enough. I wish somebody had told me a long time ago. But once I found out about it, no, I can't get angry. I mean, and I'm not going to sit here and act like it doesn't happen. But the minute that it does happen, I start to realize, okay, discomfort, disease, decay. and then I start to get in line real quick, real quick.
Yeah, and then sometimes it's just 5 simple breaths and 2 good affirmations that really make you feel good. And then you can let it go. Because 9 times out of 10 nowadays, I'm sitting back and I'm realizing people do things to you or around you because of what they're feeling. It has nothing to do with you.
Mm-hmm.
You could be nice to somebody all day long. If they don't like you or if they don't like themselves, then nothing that they could produce is ever really genuine. You know?
Mm.
Those type of people, I don't let them interfere me because I'm 100% genuine. And I am pure light, and I know how to recharge myself. And that's why a lot of energy vampires come to me. But I know how to protect my force field, my energy field. So I'm okay. But those who don't, they for subject.
Give us some advice as far as how to protect yourself against energy vampires. What are like some? Can you give us like maybe 2 or 3
Well,
things?
my strongest one is I do protection spells over myself every day. And when I say spells, I hope people don't think salt in a pot. And no, I look in a mirror and I chant to myself a protection word 3 times, and that's a spell. Like it's sometimes it's not as deep as people think. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So that, and people could take that as a form of affirmations, although it could be both. I have crystals, so I wear certain crystals that help with protecting my energy field from negative psychic attacks. Just feeling other people's energy in the room because I'm big on absorbing other people's energy, unfortunately. So I always make sure that I have my tiger's eye. I always make sure that I have my lapazuli. I always make sure I have pyrite on me. And now I've been using my smoky moonstone like a lot. That's been like my go-to. So.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is just having boundaries and being honest with yourself about these boundaries. Because once you set these boundaries for yourself first, you would never let somebody cross those boundaries after you don't let yourself cross these boundaries. And I feel like a lot of people have problems with boundaries nowadays is because you don't give yourself boundaries. How can you make somebody respect your boundaries if you don't respect the boundaries you give yourself? So that's a big one too.
I tell you, I like that one because I just say no today. No, I'm good. I'm not in that. And when I start, and I don't even go back and forth with people. Like if I don't like somebody's, especially with this whole social media thing, it's just instantly delete, block, and we're moving on. And I don't even second guess it at all. Period. I'm done. Like, ain't doing it.
Yeah, but honestly, that's what I do. Like, I don't like something. Like I recently quit my job like 2 weeks ago as a preschool teacher, and I will honestly say 7 years of teaching preschool. I love children. I love what I do. But management in childcare, period, sucks. And it's getting out of hand since COVID, and it's being more clear that it's about money and not the well-being of children. It's about what funding you can get for a program for a child, but are you giving that child the money that they need for this program? Or are you having an empty space for a program while you're driving a $80,000 car? Like, it was just that and the disrespect. Like, I don't know. It's me. I'm the type of person. Never judge a book by its cover. If somebody
Wait a minute.
Look at me, I don't know.
Somebody told me. I hear what you're saying, but somebody told me absolutely not. You should judge a book by its cover. That's what somebody told me. Like, judge a book by its cover because that tells you where that person has been from. Yeah, where they've been from, their past, whatever. Like when you see people's face and if they got a smile on their face and they're bright and they are inviting, you're going to know that that's somebody who's coming from a good place most of the time. But if you see somebody that has
Yeah,
a
because I mean,
whole bunch of wrinkles and
there's so many
frowns,
devils in cheap clothes, and it's out of pocket. But I quit my job for me. Like, um, all money is not good money, and I
that's
say
true.
that with so much love and so much passion. Like, I got bills, I got debt a little bit, and in the moment of me quitting, I'm like, well, if I'm in the hospital, nobody's getting money.
But
Nobody's, you know what I mean? Like,
you know when they say, he or she sold their soul to the devil. So many people,
for a little bit of money, I
yeah,
would never.
so many people have sold their
It's
soul,
not worth it.
yeah, and they don't realize they sold their soul. And this is how it was explained to me. Like, if you get up every single day and you go to a job that you hate and you don't like it, and the only reason why you go there is because of the money, then you have sold your soul. That
Yeah,
alone right there
and that's not me.
is
I
enough.
have to do what I do with passion and love. It's all in my charts. It's who I am. If I don't love what I'm doing, you will not get 100% of me. I won't come. Like, I won't show up. You know what I mean? Like, and it was getting to a point where like you said, I was dreading getting up in the morning. I'm looking older in the face. Like, my boyfriend is like, "You all right?" Just my family was telling me to quit, and I'm like, "No, I just pay this credit card off and get this going." But you know what? Nah. And I didn't pay that credit card off still, and I'm all right with that right now because I have the peace of mind and I'm able to create. And when you can create,
I just said
you're
that
never
the
poor.
I just said that the other day. I did. Like, that's the one reason why I started the podcast, is because I was able to tap into my creative side that was pretty much, buried for so many years. And I was able to dig everything up and start this thing again. And once I did that, I'm like, damn, like, this makes me happy. This is what I've been waiting for such a long time. And now it's finally back. Like, never again will I let anybody, dumb me down, or be in a relationship, or be in a friendship, or even be at a job that doesn't allow me enough time and energy to be able to relax and regroup to who I am again. So I get it.
Yeah,
I get
yeah,
it.
it's not worth your peace. And I was reading that, when you scroll and sometimes divine source sends you messages. But I was scrolling
Mm,
and I seen it, and it read, "You never worry about money when you have the gifts to create and express yourself through many different arts." And they said, once your soul is happy, the universe will give you the tools you need because your frequency will be high.
mm,
They
mm,
don't read questions or demands. They don't hear prayers. They hear vibration. So if your
mm.
vibration is low while you're sending that message, don't think it got heard. So I understood or understood all of that, and I'm all right.
And you will be all right, because listen, you do your thing. I see it all over social media, and you ain't doing nothing but pouring love out there. So you'll be all right, and you already know that. You don't even need me to say it, because you are doing just fine. Y'all go ahead and check her out, and y'all see that she is doing fine. Yep.
I appreciate them, King. I appreciate that. That's divine love right there. And we got to do it. We have
Yeah.
to.
Well, you are so close in good old Newark, New Jersey. So I will definitely find a way to meet up with you in the future. But
Yes. So come to one of my pop ups. You never
yeah,
know.
yeah. And on that note, I want to say thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate you.
Absolutely. I love what you're doing. Keep doing it. I'm a big supporter. And I'll see you next time.
Yes, thank you so much. Take care. and enjoy.
Absolutely.
All right, y'all. So there you go. That was Miss Anjoli. She has a business, Anjoli Soul Sense. Y'all, please go ahead and support. And again, I want to say thank you so much to everybody out there. I saw a few people popping in and out tonight. I appreciate you for coming through. That was some good talk. We were all over the place, but that's how we do on the 411. Now, if you would like to support 411 Podcast or Reading Between the Lines, please go ahead and click that link above all of my social media platforms. And that's on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, DLive, Twitch, Daily Motion. And you can go inside of Volume 1.5 Deliberation, and you can purchase my new book for $7.99. This is a 30-day transformational journey towards a healthier mindset. So I am still blown back and amazed at just the growth and my knowledge and understanding about just life in general. I had no idea that I would get to this point where I'm actually figuring some things out a little bit. So if you check out this book, you're going to see a little bit about my past. I'm telling you right where I'm at here right now in my present moment. But I'm also writing some good positive affirmations about where I see myself in the future. And I invite you to do the same thing because this is a journal. I remixed this journal for you to go ahead and write some wonderful positive affirmations about your world as well. And of course, I could not do this without the love. He gives me the knowledge. He gives me the wisdom. My executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me the strength, the courage to continue to keep pressing forward and doing what I do every time that I press play. Could not do it. And of course, I could not do it with each and every one of you out there as well. So thank you so much for supporting and checking me out. And on that note, I will see y'all tomorrow, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on the 411 Podcast. Take care, y'all. Have a good night.